Our next challenge is our midterm exam exercise. So it contains two parts. We have to submit and fill out a questionnaire form. And also I'm asking you to submit two diagrams. I want you to submit a use case diagram for this theater box office system and the class diagram. You can submit multiple files using this link, and please just submit it in the format that I can open on my computer. So I would be expecting that you can produce a PDF file or JPEG file or PNG, something that is simple to open by simply clicking on it. So the description of the midterm exam is here, and we need to fill out this questionnaire form. So at the top of the form, I'm asking you to specify what is association between two classes. And I want you to provide a definition of an association and also illustrate an example that would demonstrate a good example of association between the two classes. Also want you to explain what is dependency, and the same format, just want you to give me a definition, very brief definition. What is dependency relationship between two classes in a UML diagram? And then provide examples of dependencies between two classes. Same thing with generalization and inheritance. Explain in general how you understand what is inheritance, and also provide an example. The next example is composition, also known as aggregation by value and aggregation by reference. So these are general questions that are first part of our midterm exam exercise. Specifically to the box office system, there is a description on our assignment list that you can open. We're going to use a functional specification format for this in this form, and I'm just going to ask you to provide use case descriptions, documentation for use cases that you can identify inside the box office system. So we start with brief description of a use case. For each use case, specify who do you think the actors are. If you can spot any preconditions, then specify those preconditions. Is there a main case scenario? And just describe the steps of the main use case scenario, and you can use, I think, the most successful format for describing the scenario is to say, user does this, the system does this. User clicks a button, such and such, and the system displays the following information. Just be very specific, and this should be very task-oriented and very precise in terms of being close to provide enough information to get started working on actual coding of this software system. So if there are any exceptions or extensions of the scenario that you think, like error conditions to be handled or optional items to be taken care of, just describe it here. Post conditions, known conditions after the use case is complete. What do you think would be the priority of use case and the use case identifier? So this is the same format we used in our previous homework assignment. So the description, the system is right here, midterm exam. So when you open it, I repeat here what I'm asking you to do, to describe the use cases and describe the relationship in UML between classes, right here at the top of the handout. But then these are the requirements for the theater box office system. So basically, we have this theater that can have stage performances, and what we need to do is to keep track of reservations and ticket sales, support payments, being able to schedule the shows, keep track of ticketing agents, keep track of the sales that they generate, support show cancellation. So you can see that these are very, very close verb phrases that could directly correspond to the descriptions of your use cases. Remember, when you name your use cases, the best format for naming your use case is a verb phrase such as schedule a show or sell ticket or whatever. Just verb format is the best format for descriptions for naming the use cases that you find here. So this is our challenge, and I hope that you find it a good exercise based on all the experience that you already had with the first homework assignment.